In just 30 days of launching my very first product on Amazon, I was already profitable and making money. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how I did it and the best way for you to start your Amazon business right now. There are 4 core tenets to succeeding on Amazon: product selection, data analysis, your competitive advantage, and scaling. Let's start with the first tenet, product selection. The number one reason why beginners fail on Amazon is choosing bad products to sell. I see this happening all the time. Beginners end up losing a ton of time and money because they choose products based on intuition or choosing to sell products that they see that are already selling well on Amazon. And that's not the right approach to product selection because winning products need to meet specific core tenets. And here's just a few people that I've helped start their Amazon business the right way and achieve success by following these 4 tenets. And if you don't follow these core tenets, I promise you, you're guaranteed to fail. There are 3 types of products that you can sell on Amazon. You can sell wholesale products. This is where you purchase products in large quantities directly from the manufacturer or an authorized distributor at discounted prices and then resell them on Amazon. For example, here's a product, a Play-Doh set. You can buy this for $5 from this wholesaler, Happy Toys. You can actually find wholesalers like Happy Toys from wholesalecentral.com, which is a huge directory of wholesalers. Now, if we jump onto Amazon, you can see that this exact same Play-Doh set is selling for $13.99 and is extremely popular with over 15,000 reviews. The second type of product you can sell is arbitrage products. These are items that you purchase at a lower price from online retailers or local stores like Walmart or Target and then resell them on Amazon, profiting from the difference in pricing. For example, right now you can buy this bottle of all laundry detergent from Walmart for $6. And it's currently selling on Amazon for $20.85, with over 20,000 sold in the last month. And the third type of product you can sell is private label products. This is where you buy generic, unbranded, and unpatented products from places like Alibaba, put your own branding on it, and then sell them on Amazon by creating your own product listing and doing your own marketing and advertising to generate sales. For example, this seller is selling a yoga mat on Amazon for $29. I can tell this is a private label product because they put their own brand on the product here, and there isn't any other sellers on this product listing. And it looks like they're offering several different color variations as well. Now, with that said, what I suggest for beginners is start with private label products only, and here's why. With wholesale and arbitrage products, you're selling branded products, and these are usually established brands that shoppers already are familiar with and might have brand loyalty to, which sounds like a huge advantage, doesn't it? But what other people aren't telling you is that in order for you to sell these products on Amazon, everyone selling the same item competes for sales under one Amazon listing, where typically the seller that has the lowest price gets the sales. Like you can see here, there are 5 sellers competing to sell the all laundry detergent, but only the top seller is getting sales. Basically, in order for you to get sales, you have to control the buy box. That's this buy button here. When shoppers click the buy button, typically the seller that has the lowest price has control of the buy button and gets the sale. So, can you see the problem here? If other sellers purchase their inventory at a better price than you, they can sell their items at a lower price than you. And this vicious cycle between competing sellers turns into a price war because everyone is selling the exact same thing, and the only way to compete is based on price. And in my opinion, you never want to compete based on price. Otherwise, just like you can see here with the laundry detergent, everyone just keeps lowering their prices in an attempt to get sales that it drives the prices so low that the profit margin is pretty much non-existent. For example, we can see that the top seller has the lowest price at $20.85. And if we do some quick profit calculations, your cost is $6, so let's enter that here. You can see that if you tried to sell this at the same price, you'd actually lose money. So you can't even compete even though you can buy this product for $6. On the other hand, with private label products, you have complete control over the product and you have your own product listing on Amazon, where other sellers can't join your listing to compete against you. And because you have control over the product, you're not selling the exact same thing as everyone else. You can develop a competitive advantage, not compete on price, and therefore have a much higher profit margin. For example, that private label yoga mat that we were looking at, it's selling on Amazon for $29. Now check this out. You can get this exact same yoga mat from China for around $3 per unit. And again, if we do some quick calculations, because it's a private label product, You can make $7.87 with each sale. That's a whopping 121% return on your investment. And look, they've sold over 1,300 units this month. Moving on to the second tenet, data analysis. And I can't emphasize how important this is. In order to validate a product idea, I use my 8-step checklist to make sure the product is a viable one and filter out bad product ideas. And I'm sure that if you follow this checklist, 99% of the products you will find will make you money. And in order to do proper data analysis, you need to have the right tools that collect the data because Amazon doesn't provide this data to the public. The software that I use and recommend is Helium 10, and the main tool is their Chrome extension called X-Ray. So the first item on the checklist is verify demand. You need to make sure there's enough demand for the product on Amazon. If there's barely any sales on Amazon, or if only 1 or 2 main sellers are getting all of the sales, then it's unlikely you'll make any money selling that item. For example, let's say we want to sell this bamboo steamer. X-Ray can help us easily see how much demand there is on Amazon. We can see the monthly sales of all the sellers here, as well as the monthly revenue. We can even see their sales history. Generally, you want to make sure that most of these sellers are doing at least 300 sales per month and generating over $6,000 in revenue per month. Checklist item number 2 is search volume. You want to make sure that people are actually searching for this product on Amazon to buy it. If there's a ton of sales but very low search volume, then that's a red flag that the sales are mostly coming from direct traffic outside of Amazon and not through Amazon search or PPC system. For that, we can use a tool called Magnet, also from Helium 10. You want to see that the main keywords have at least 3,000 searches per month. Checklist item number 3, the price. Because of the Amazon seller fees, you need to make sure that you're only selling items that are priced at least $15 and higher. Otherwise, once you subtract the seller fees and your product costs, there won't be any profit to be made. And we can see that here in X-Ray. Now, speaking of fees, checklist item number 4 is the size and weight. Make sure that the product weighs less than 2 pounds and fits inside a shoebox. Otherwise, the seller fees drastically skyrocket and can make the product unprofitable, especially if you're selling a low-priced item and didn't account for the higher fees. Checklist item number 5, competition. You want to make sure that you're selling products that are not too competitive. Highly competitive products makes competing in that niche extremely difficult since in most cases, you'll be up against several highly established top sellers, and because of how popular the product is, marketing and advertising costs are extremely expensive since all of the competition drives up the PPC advertising costs. We can base how competitive a niche is based on how many reviews the top sellers have on the first page. Ideally, you want to see that most of the sellers have less than 300 reviews. And speaking of sellers, checklist number 6 is saturation. You want to avoid products where there's a lot of new sellers. A product that has low competition can quickly and suddenly become highly competitive if a lot of new sellers discover this product at the same time and decide to sell it. Sellers launching new products tend to list their products at low prices, trying to capture sales by offering incentives like discounts, coupons, and promotions, and they're often willing to sell their products at break-even prices or even at a slight loss. So you can't trust their monthly sales numbers that you see since they're not realistic. Sellers launching new products tend to be extremely aggressive with their PPC advertising bids, so it drives up the costs of advertising. Therefore, you want to make sure that you don't see too many new listings on the first page of the search results. Checklist number 7 is seasonality. As a new Amazon seller, I highly discourage you from trying to sell seasonal products. These are products that only sell well during short periods of time of the year like Halloween, summer, or Christmas. You can easily miss the peak sales period due to bad planning or logistical delays, or mismanage your inventory levels and end up stuck with inventory that you can't sell until the following year, or worse, end up with products that are out of style the following year. You can check for seasonality by looking at the sales history of some of the top sellers that have been selling for more than a year. Ideally, you want to see that the sales is consistent throughout the entire year, with maybe a small spike during Q4 or Christmas if the product tends to be a giftable product. If you see a spike only during a specific time of the year and the rest of the year there's very little sales, then you know that this product is seasonal. You can also do a search on Google Trends and look for a similar spike in sales. Now, Helium-10 is such a powerful tool, and they have a free trial if you want to test it out. I also managed to work out a huge discount for my community, so if you decide to upgrade, you can take advantage of this deal. I'll leave a link to the discount down in the description below. And checklist item number 8 is patents and restrictions. And this is the biggest reason new sellers end up losing a ton of money on products that they can't sell or they're not allowed to sell on Amazon. Illegally selling patented products shouldn't be taken lightly. In the best case scenario, you'll have your listing shut down. However, in the worst case, you can get sued. And the most common excuse I hear sellers make is that they see other people selling it on Amazon, so why can't they? Well, first, the other sellers may have gotten permission to sell it from the patent holder. Or they may have purchased their inventory legally from an authorized distributor, or if they didn't do either of those, they simply haven't been caught yet. You can check for patents by doing a search on Google Patents, but just because you don't find anything doesn't mean that it isn't patented. You might not be searching using the correct search terms. If you're adamant about pursuing a product idea, then I suggest hiring a professional to do a search for you. You can find someone on Fiverr.com. So the bottom line here is don't sell patented products. You also need to make sure that you're even allowed to sell the product on Amazon. Amazon has a list of products that are restricted or outright prohibited, meaning you need to jump through some hoops in order to sell it, such as getting ungated, providing certifications or documentation first in order to sell them. Or in the case of prohibited products, you're not allowed to sell them on Amazon, period. You can find a list of gated categories, restrictions, or prohibited products in the Amazon guidelines, and I'll also leave a link to these pages down in the video description below. Amazon also has a product compliance tool that you can use that will let you know if there's any restrictions or certifications required. Just do a search for the product to see if there are any. And I'll leave a link to this tool down below as well. Moving on to the third tenet, your competitive advantage. So ask yourself, as a shopper, why would someone want to buy your product over someone else's? If your answer is because yours is cheaper, then you're doing it wrong. As I mentioned earlier, when you're selling wholesale or arbitrage products, you're selling the exact same thing as everyone else, so you don't have any sort of competitive advantage. You can only compete based on price. That's why selling private label products is so advantageous. You can differentiate your product and give your product a competitive advantage over your competitors. And it doesn't have to be anything complicated or expensive. You can analyze the customer reviews to see what buyers are saying. You can fix a common problem, improve the product by adding a feature, or improve the quality. You can even bundle the product with a bonus item. And do you know what else you can do? Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. It lets YouTube know that you found value in this video, and I would really appreciate it, so thank you. And my name is Crescent. If you're finding value in this video and want to learn more about selling on Amazon and connect with me, join my Amazon Facebook group. It's one of the largest with over 30,000 members. You can find a link down in the description below. Now, with that said, making sure that your product has a competitive advantage is a key step to being successful on Amazon. Never compete on price. And this is where building a strong relationship with a supplier will help you immensely. Finding a good, reliable supplier will ensure that you get your product manufactured on time with the updates and changes that you want and with the best quality. And more importantly, building a long-term relationship also helps you get your products at the best price, maximizing your profit margin. An excellent resource to find reliable and cost-effective suppliers is on Alibaba.com, where you can get connected with suppliers and manufacturers from overseas, such as in China, for pretty much any product that you can imagine. Now moving on to tenet number 4, scaling. And there's 3 key aspects to growing a business. The first key aspect involves new beginner sellers. When they start seeing success on Amazon, they tend to struggle with growing their business to take it to the next level, and that's because they try to do everything themselves. Perhaps because they want to save money or they don't trust anyone with their business. Are you one of these people? Well, this can be the sole reason why you can't grow your business. No one can do everything themselves, and no one can be the master of everything. Remember, a jack of all trades is a master of none. As a business owner, you need to understand what skills you're good at and what you're not good at. Those tasks that you're not good at, or tasks that take up a lot of your time that don't help you grow your business, should be delegated to someone else. Tasks such as managing your PPC campaigns or creating your listing copy. There are services and people that specialize in those tasks and can easily do a much better and faster job than you. The second key aspect is cash flow. In order to keep your business running, you need to make sure that the money you make is flowing through your business. Once you're generating revenue, it's not party time. This is your opportunity to grow your business by reinvesting your profits back into your business. Whether that's to hire people, like I mentioned earlier, or to buy more inventory, you must wisely reinvest your profits in order to grow. And the third key aspect is finding a mentor to help guide you. Someone who has been through the hard knocks. Someone who has already made all of the mistakes. Think about it. If you wanted to learn how to play golf or play the piano, would it be smarter to try to learn it on your own or hire a coach who's already done it? Someone who's already mastered it. They can help you navigate through all of the hurdles, help you make the right decisions, help you grow your business faster, and more importantly, avoid making mistakes that can set you back. So this is the exact method of how I built my Amazon business. And in my opinion, this is the easiest way to start selling on Amazon right now. Now, there's so much more that's involved with each one of these steps. So if you want to dive deeper into this, click right over here.